Good morning, and hello from Blooming Hill Farms, and thank you for being with me on this gorgeous day. It is a lovely 55 degrees, and the sun is coming up, and it heats up quickly here in Colorado. So we're out here doing some of our morning chores. We had a skunk kill a chicken yesterday, so I'm out here just double checking that nothing bad happened, and they are in great shape, except the wind does a lot of destruction out here on the northern plains. And so I got to go pick up some of the debris that just blew all over the chicken yard, which gives me a good opportunity to walk around. And then, of course, I have my phone and I'm recording the chickens as we run around, or rather, as I walk around. They run and follow me all over the pasture. So I'm going to post some of those on Instagram and whatnot. The topic for today is about organic eggs. Now, I bet you have been into eggs for some time now, likely because you're listening to the show. And today's show is about organic eggs. So I'm actually getting ready to collect the morning edition of our eggs. We do it twice a day right now. And if I'm over here early in the morning, I get to do it. If not, Declan, little boy, the Schmidt boy, does it. And he comes in here and does a great job. And we are finding that our eggs are somewhat being laid everywhere right now. We have roll-away nesting boxes for our chickens, and they're not really all laying in them as I would like. So we do got to go into the coop from time to time and pick up the ones on the floor before we get too on into the chore day. Typically, we collect our eggs in a nesting box, in our rollaway nesting box from outside of the yard, outside of the coop. No, lady, stay. And it allows us to just do it really, really easily. Let's take a look at what we got. It is early, so I do not expect much yet based on yesterday, because a chicken can take at least a day at because a chicken can take at least a day to lay an egg. It's about 25 hours for the real good productive layers. Now we can manipulate that with light and some other aspects. But in general, this leghorn here, like this girl that I'm looking at that keeps getting out of our yard, she will lay basically an egg a day. So with that 24-hour cycle, with that 25-hour cycle, the eggs won't get laid at the same time every single day. Now I came across the egg world many years ago, and one of my first early experiences going to a chicken farm was when I was a Boy Scout and I was assigned to be the guy to get the eggs for our pancake breakfast. I was a Boy Scout in LaSalle, Colorado at Troop 50, and we would do this pancake breakfast for the community, and pancakes and eggs. I love cakes and eggs. And we would do the whole spread. So I went down to Morning Fresh Farms, which is one of the largest chicken farms, egg laying farms in Colorado, if not the United States. It's up there. And I got farm fresh eggs. And then I was assigned to sit down and scramble all of those eggs and get them ready for the breakfast. And it was an interesting experience for us because I got to bring that to where I am today. And I joked about cakes and eggs. That was our pancake breakfast fundraiser that I did in August, and we're going to be doing it again this year. And a lot of it is to talk about what it is we're doing with our egg production to really showcase why our eggs are better than those that they can find on the shelf, that the eggs that we're growing are organic, but we claim that they are better than organic. Now, when I say we, I tend to mean the company, but in this context, this is specifically me and the chairman of our board of trustees who have really leaned in to being as economically sustainable, environment, well, and so being as environmentally and economically sustainable as possible and adhering to all of the strictest standards. I was trained as a molecular biology student and worked in a biochemist's lab. Now, it was an aquaculture lab, so we did do some things down and dirty, but I got to learn a lot of aseptic technique, meaning I got to learn how to keep things really clean so that we can get really good results. And part of that, why I was talking about how we are collecting eggs, is in order to give the highest standards, or sorry, rather, in order to meet the highest standards, I am ensuring that we are doing things that keep our eggs fresh, clean, and available and accessible all the time so that the work is really easy for us so that we can come over here and just collect eggs. And in the time it takes me to do some of these chores as I'm walking around, I can easily do something like record this podcast. Now, it's quite easy for me because I'm simply just telling you what I'm doing, why it's important, and how it affects the eggs. Now, about this time of day, I expect to see Ethan come out and feed our sprouts to our chickens. Now, our sprouts are a special blend of organic seeds and grains that I have sourced locally. I have some good relationships with some local vendors. Now, not all of them are in Colorado. Not all grain can be grown in Colorado at a good price point for economies of scale. So for us right now, with 300 chickens, we have to be very mindful of how we source our supplies. So this blended mix that Ethan has is designed to give these chickens all the things that they need to be happy, healthy chickens that give us really yummy eggs with some of the yellowest yolks. Now, we are using our hydroponic fodder in combination with a couple different sustainable farming practices in the poultry world. We are combining our hydroponic fodder feeding regimen with pastured poultry. Now, I can say that in another way. We are pasturing our chickens out right now in the yard where the goats and the pony live, and we are going to rotate them to the other pasture, hopefully sooner than later. They are able to access this range and eat those things out there are natural, and I can see them spread out as they've got over the excitement of me being here. They're going back out and wandering and pecking and scratching, and the manure that was here is just scattered, and I can only imagine the little critters and bugs that they're getting and eating and whatnot. And as I come out every day, I stare at a few of these anthills that happen to be out in the pasture, and I just pray and hope that those chickens will decimate some of those anthills. I haven't seen it happen as much as I'd like. We also have a significant prairie dog colony that has established itself out in this pasture, so I'm hoping that some of this dynamic nature of bringing the chickens over here will really, really help. Now, we also free feed organic feed. I am right now using the New Country Organics feed. We use New Country Organics feed for a few different reasons. One, I have found it is one of the highest quality organic feeds around at a really good price point. And price is important for us in the agricultural industry. Now, it isn't everything. Quality over quantity is very, very important. However, we have found that New Country Organics offers a great blend of both. But another aspect that's absolutely imperative to my decision-making process is that they source all of their grains from North American farmers. Again, you can't grow everything in a small locale or a small location. They are working with the farmers and ranchers that we live around, and many of you out there may actually be one of those suppliers. And if you're not, New Country Organics from the perspectives that we've dealt with, is a wonderful company. So I urge any of the farmers and ranchers out there to start growing their seed. And after you are going down that path, reach out to me because I have a really great idea for growing hydroponic fodder seed, and you and I can captivate the market. But that could be another topic for another show. So that is all I have for today's show. If you are interested in knowing more about hydroponic fodder and how it's helping farmers save water, improve their livestock quality, and helping them become better stewards, head on over to thinkingoutsidethesoil.com and get yourself a copy of my book. In there, you'll be able to discover a lot of the other benefits that come along with this revolutionary way of feeding a flock, especially for those that are trying to become homesteaders. So thank you for being with me on another episode of Thinking Outside the Soil. Take care and have a lovely day.